Oh, hello there. How are you? We're going live on Saturday. It's a wonderful Saturday. Got a nice Kansas thunderstorm rolling in. So I thought every time a thunderstorm rolls in, I pull out a Ukrainian drimba. There's a bit of the claw stuck to it. That's good. Have a touch of caffeine and listen to this thunderstorm. I thought about going outside to go live, and then I thought, I'm like, this is heavy enough thunderstorm. I really don't want to be outside during, intense bursts of lightning. Streams Hunt 2.0 says, I just ordered 2 handmade Maranzanos from Sicily. Oh, cool. Was it from La Rosa? La Rosa are really, really nice Maranzano. That's righteous, dude. Kind of makes me wish I would have gone outside, but the last thunderstorm that rolled through there was quite a bit of lightning out really close. So I like this harp quite a bit. This is Dmitriev Drimba, and they are super, super cheap. They have long, skinny triggers that taper and recurve. They don't play well outward, but inward. This is actually one of the large ones. The small ones are pretty tiny. Oh, I'll grab a small one. We'll see. I don't even have a small one in the collection. We'll just see where I end up with the small one. The small ones don't have any trigger loop. They're just bent. We'll see where I go with that one. Maybe I'll throw this one on the wall. I don't have one on the wall at this time. And it is the time of year, allergy season. I am stuffed up. What harps is everybody playing? What are y'all into? How was your summer and how was your fall shaping up to be? Kind of making my mouth shaped like I'm whistling. Wee, 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 but with some open close. Yeah, I just grabbed this one out of the drawer. This little Ukrainian drimba. Normally I use the larger Vargan version of the drimba that he makes, Dimitri. But yeah, I really got down on that. It kind of has kind of a touchy trigger, so you kind of got to really watch. I've noticed the longer the trigger, the more you have to watch your angle, because it does have a little bit more leverage out that far. If you have a long trigger, if you're off just a hair, it seems to be a little bit more touchy than if you would have a short trigger. Yeah, I really like that. That one's going up on the wall with the other drimba, I do believe. Every time a Thunderstorm rolls through, I like to play a drimba. Oh, hi, Furcon fan. How are things out yonder? We're having a nice Kansas thunderstorm. We had a good round of thunder happening earlier. I don't know where it went, and a bit of rain. I think we're going to have rain for the next 4 or 5 hours. Which that saved me watering the garden, and I grow lots of peppers, especially really hot peppers. So a good rain outside really helps a lot better than, watering out of a hose. Got a new cup. I lost my big cup. Let's see what was. Oh, I should play this harp. I went out wearing this harp today. Had some errands to run. The Dabrowski. I was just playing a $12 harp. Now I'll play a Dabrowski. He's if you ever get a chance to buy a Dabrowski, his harps are really interesting. Got 3 of them. I guess I'll play all 3 of them. I don't sell Dabrowski. I just really enjoy them. The wait list for Dabrowski is pretty long. I think I got a hold of him sometime. Was it last year? 28. Seems like maybe the latter part of 2018. There. It's not even a yet. It's yet. It's like a with the tip of my tongue. I'm giving an in-breath, putting my lips off it, and giving an out-breath. Then I'm throwing in a stuttering in-breath, my lips come off, and I get a out. Let's play another Dabrowski. We're going to be live. We're 9 minutes in. I'm going to be live for 15 or so minutes. The new Netflix series, The Dark Crystal, came out, and I haven't had a chance to begin watching it, so me and my wife are going to nerd out for a bit and watch that. Oh, I really enjoyed the original Dark Crystal in the 1980s. I grew up in the 80s and early 90s, early to late 90s as well. So I really enjoy the old school 80s and 90s movies. A little bit of nostalgia. Oh, I just played this one. I'm going to play a couple Dabrowski. I'm going to play a Herenidinov, and then I'm going to end. Actually, right now I'm just going to take a break and play this one I got in. I got this one a week ago. This is a Goring. He made it for me. He asked what I wanted it tuned to. I'm like, notes don't matter to me because I don't play with other people most of the time. And he had me speak into a tuner and just tell me which notes my voice is ranging around. So he's like, well, I'll tune it to your voice. So I really like this harp. It's kind of touchy. It's got a tall trigger, and the gaps are a lot tighter than the other ones I've seen of his make, the older Blue Dolphins. This one gaps are fairly tight, and they're really consistent. I'm going to have me a sip of tea. I have my new tea glass. I think last week I put it on top of my truck and took off driving, so I no longer had a big tea glass. Oh, that one's good for thunder. Trying to figure out what I'm doing there. Whatever it was, I really liked it. Oh, yeah, I highly recommend Goring. That's the one he just built here recently. Wow, I'm really out of breath from that. That is, sometimes I can roll on it, sometimes I can't. There, I was just totally lost in the breath of it and just floating along. Oh, I like the Goring harp. And Mr. Goring, if you're out there watching, thank you so much for this. I really like this. Hey, Marshall, how you doing? Yeah, this is on a Goring Blue Whale Medit, he called it, for meditation. It's tuned to my voice, is what he said, so it really speaks to me. I like that. But normally when I just pull it out in public when I'm outside, if I try playing, it doesn't have as much of an impact as it does like down here in my basement. There's all these hard surfaces. There's all this block that's painted, so it's nice and reflective, and I like to be downstairs when I play. Zach Zhang said, what harp would I suggest for a beginner? Well, there's a couple that I do suggest. First one I always suggest to people, it's not the cheapest. It's unsaturated, because I do think there's a lot of merit in starting out on unsaturated. It's just a different path to walk down. It's like a Gorka tailless, because it's not saturated. The harp doesn't really do a lot of the work. You have to find the overtones and manipulate them a little bit more than you would like the Glazerin, because the Glazerin, another one I suggest for people starting out is Glazerin, like Wave, Compass, or Lighthouse. But one thing about starting out with saturation, the saturation, that crackling, no matter what mouth shapes you make, it's going to be loud. It's going to be reinforced fairly well. With like something non-saturated like a Gorka tailless, if I just make the same noise I just made on that wave, it's not really reinforced by that crackling saturation. The saturation is an abundance of the higher overtones that come off. It doesn't do a lot of the work for you, so it forces you to put in the extra effort to find the mouth shapes that work the best. Once you get used to it, I think that a non-saturated instrument that's easy to hold is really good to start out with. I missed another question from Zach Shaw. Anyways, I'll play this wave here for a second, because you could do open close on a wave, but you really don't have to starting out. So I think that a non-saturated instrument stresses the open close and better mouth shapes than a saturated one, but there's still, if you play a non-saturated one first and go and play saturation, I think that your technique may be a little bit better. I started off on really saturated instruments, and for like the first 2 years, I didn't know about that closed glottis. Mark Groudon actually got a hold of me like, hey, there's a whole other thing you can do. You're only accessing part of the instrument. And he taught me how to do the open close. He teaches melodics as well. I really don't have any melodic training, but I know how to open and close my glottis, so I really enjoy that. I'm just going to flow along on a wave. And wave are fairly loud too, especially for a cheaper harp. And starting out with Glazerin too, you do have the little nice thing that it is stainless, so you don't have to care for it as well. Play a Lighthouse as well. If you're looking for a bass as a beginner, Zach Zhang, I would highly suggest a Lighthouse because it's not expensive. Lighthouse aren't expensive, and they're fairly sensitive. It's kind of in the same vein as like a Glazerin Star. I'd say like there's the Lighthouse and there's a Cetic, which is also bassy, right around the same range, with a bit stiffer of a reed than the Star, which is a lot longer. Down in that same range. I'll just play a Lighthouse. I'm just taking my time, moving it up and down. I've already saying yell, 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 yell. I'm breathing in and out through my nose, but I'm sneaking in some breath at the end. Let's do that same thing on a Star. Which a Star is quite a bit more expensive, and the reed's a little bit stiffer. What I like about suggesting the Lighthouse for people starting out with wanting a bass is that reed's a lot more flexible. Especially if somebody wants to play outward, I would highly suggest not starting off with a really stiff reeded harp. There's quite a bit more volume, like more piercing crackle to a Star, just because you have a longer, stiffer reed, you got a little bit more power behind it. Yeah, that's not much longer, a little bit longer. The embouchure is a little bit longer. Another one I would suggest to you, Zach Zhang, would be for like fast play, like Glazerin Compass or Pavel Pokin, are about the most affordable harp and that's still of decent quality. So yeah, I would suggest those four or so. Pavel Pokin, Gorka and Gorka, all these will carry you into more advanced techniques. It's not a lot of having advanced technique. I guess advanced is just a concept anyway. But a lot of having advanced technique is the mindset and knowing the instrument and bouncing off of it. So like, just because you buy a cheaper harp, like the first harp I was playing was actually like a $19 instrument was shipping, like the a Drimba, because they're really good for open close on a budget. But Drimba like this, they don't tolerate outward play. The reeds on them are too long, too recurved. And we're almost 20 minutes. I was gonna call it quits at 8:15 or at 15 minutes because I'm gonna go watch The Dark Crystal, the Netflix series, with my wife. I'm super excited for that. I get down to the old nerdy stuff. Okay, I was gonna play a Dabrowski, a Harinadov, and call it quits. My nose is becoming completely plugged up because it's that time of year. The pollen, the trees are talking to each other. So I can blow my nose so I can actually play. Oh, 'tis the season. That's one thing I wish that I did not pass on to my son, because my son's got allergies and the sniffles this time of year. I wish that trait would have ended with me, but you can't pick what you pass on. This is a Dabrowski. He does something really cool with the reed. This is a 3-mount pattern, and he carved in Native American in there. Dabrowski are just sick. the Dabrowski kind of have a similar feel to the Goring I have, actually. Something about that swelled reed kind of imitates that 3-mount a little bit. Oh, that harp is just sick. I like that. See, we'll play a couple other harps. We're already over our time budget. I budgeted 15 minutes for this. Who cares? We're harping. Hi, Jamie. I hope all is well, brother. What harp are you? Oh, this is a Dabrowski. I'll play another Dabrowski. Only way to get Dabrowski, no store that I know of would sell a Dabrowski just because they're really expensive. The wait times are a year or so. The only way to get a Dabrowski is to contact Dabrowski and have him make some for you. I had 3 made for me. I was going to sell. I was going to keep one for myself and sell the other 2, but I played all 3 of them. But like, I like this because there's a little bit of variety. So I'm like, I won't sell a Dabrowski. I'll just play them. And going into fall, I have a lot more time, or a little more time to work with because I'm not as busy at work. So there's going to be some more of the style of videos I want to do. For most of the summer, most of the videos I did besides festival videos were just unboxings because that's all I had time for. This summer was a crazy busy summer. Going into fall, I want to do a tutorial up and coming and some other videos, some videos on fixing harps, and some videos on some harp concepts, the videos that I enjoy doing because I've done so many unboxing. I've unboxed probably thousands of instruments and recorded some of them. I didn't record all of my unboxings, but anymore I don't think I'm going to record as many of the unboxings just because it's not as fun anymore to unbox, 10, 20, 30, 40 instruments. The unboxings I want you to see are the smaller unboxings. And I'm looking into some new makers or some makers I'd never heard of before, so I'm going to try to get some harps coming in that we've never seen before. Because there, as I'm finding out, there are a lot of makers out there, especially in Russia. This is another Dabrowski. I like it. I love the look of it. It is kind of sharp, though. But it looks like he makes all this brass stuff. Oh, yeah, Dabrowski, his instruments are really expensive, but he takes a lot of pride in them. Hey, Thomas Tedding Watchtower, how are you doing? How's things out your way? Here in a little bit, I'm going to be getting ready to go watch the first episode of The Dark Crystal on Netflix. It's going to be nice. It was originally done, I believe, by the Jim Henson Company, and Brian Froud and his wife were set designers, I think. But Toby Froud took it over, which that's the kid from the Labyrinth movie. That's another Jim Henson movie I really, really loved. Yeah, the Dabrowski are powerful harps because they're just so tight, so consistent. This one kind of is sharp on your finger, so it kind of encourages this style of hold. Anyways, I'm going to play one more harp. I'm going to play the Hereditanoff that I kept for myself. I've got a few left. I think I got 2 or 3 left from that unboxing this afternoon. And I'm selling one of them to a friend. If anybody's interested in it, shoot me a holler. Somebody says, I've been playing the jaw harp at our local park. Oh, nice. And that's good to get out there, expose the harp, let people know about the harp. And I see more of my friends are starting to do jaw harp unboxings. I encourage you, do an unboxing, especially do some tutorials, talk about playing the harp, talk about ways you play the harp. It is the more we share with each other, the more we can grow, because everybody has their own take, their own unique style on the harp, and we can all learn stuff from each other. So I encourage everybody out there, make an unboxing video, make a video talking about the harp, make a tutorial. Anyways, that'll be it for this live upload. I had my teas out. I need a sip of water. Got water as a backup here. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. I encourage each and every one of you, make a video, make a tutorial. I love y'all. Keep your harps clean, keep dry, keep old. I'm going to play this Harette off and bounce out and go watch the Dark Crystal on Netflix. I love y'all. Adios. I love y'all. Harp out. Adios. Again. Oh, I haven't stopped yet.